arcane enchanter and the spellmaker kind of thing, my first thought was, oh cool, I can make my own enchantments for items and I can make my own spells. Like, that's the first thing that came to my mind. Not like, aw man, like it's restricted to the Arcane University, I want to make it more portable. No, those thoughts didn't come to my mind. It was about, I think, say 3, maybe 4 years later, I think I replayed Minecraft, or not Minecraft, I replayed Oblivion, and I'm like the first thing I did was I did the Arcane University, because I wanted access to the Arcane Spellmaker. Oh, what was it? I think it was the Spellmaker. I wanted access to the Spellmaker right away, and then I thought to myself, wait, I'm only doing this quest line because I need access to this one object. There's probably a mod that does it way better. And then that's when I found a YouTube channel that was doing Oblivion mods. I think around that time. And I think I was watching them play a mod. And I can't remember the mod right off the bat, but I can definitely remember that I loved the mod. I even played it myself. It's not recorded yet, but it's there pretty much, right? It's one of the planned mods. It's one of the last planned mods. And the idea was, and the cool thing was that, like, one of the mods that they did was the Lost Spires. And then when I saw that, them play it from start to finish, I saw that there was an item called the Arcane Enchanter, a portable enchantment tool that can be used just like Arcane Enchanter, but you have it in your inventory. And the first thing that came to my mind, I kid you not, the first thing that came to my mind is, I need this mod. I need this mod. So I immediately downloaded it and grabbed the Arcane Enchanter and started using it as if it's like it started to be like the Lost Stars became a part of my normal mod loadout because of these Arcane Enchanters and Spellmakers. And then lately, I've been getting questioned on certain, well, not really lately, but most of my friends are just asking me, like, how do I feel about this DLC of this game, kind of thing, and then I go with my normal spiel about Oblivion and Skyrim DLCs, kind of thing. So, as I'll pretty much tell anybody, like, if you're gonna get Oblivion, find out what you want. If you want to have all the DLCs, get the Steam Deluxe Edition, or whatever it's called, kind of thing. That's your best case scenario, because it gives you all the DLCs, you get access to everything that the game has to offer. But if you want to know, but if you want to know anything else, though, like that's pretty much one of the best things to know. But if you want to know something else about, like, the game in general, like, let's say you just want to play Oblivion just as is, right? Then don't get any of the DLCs, just get the normal version if you can. I don't think there's a way you can get it just as Oblivion itself. I have yet to find one, and that's kind of one version that I really want, is one that doesn't have Shivering Isles attached to it. And the reason why I say that I want a version that doesn't have that attached to it, like doesn't have Shivering Isles attached to it, is because, like, I want to make sure that my mod doesn't require Shivering Isles, and having a version of Oblivion that doesn't necessarily have Shivering Isles always attached to it actually helps out more than you think it does. Because then if I really want to... Because then let's say I add a Shivering Isles item in one of my every item in the game containers kind of thing. Then it's like, uh-oh. Like, I just added every item in the game, literally, to my mod. Because the only thing that's in those containers that's in the basement area is every item minus the test items. And that's kind of the way that I look at it too, right? Like, every time I look at a mod or a DLC or whatever you want to call it pretty much. Can I see the stats? No, I can't see your stats? I don't even know if you're a physical or special attacker. You're a physical attacker? Great. I just got rid of Fire Fan, which was a good move. Anyway. So, as I'll tell my friends, though, like, if you're looking into DLCs, find out what they provide you. So, in the case of Oblivion, I'll tell them, like, if they like the look of, like, the Frostcrag Spire, let's say, or Wizard's Tower, as the DLC's name is. I'll tell them, though, like, are you just looking for this, like, the look of the tower, or is there another feature you like? Like, each and every one of the DLCs has a quirk or a perk to have it kind of thing. So, like, Dunbarrow Cave gives you a fence, it gives you a chest you can practice your security skill on, it gives you extra perks for it. What are you looking for in a DLC? You're just looking for an extra player home? Because then you might as well just get all of them if you're looking for an extra player home. But again, it depends on what you yourself are looking for in a DLC. Because each and every time I add that functionality to my mod, so let's say curing vampirism, altering spellmaking and enchanting, and now that I just added sigil stones that act like the same enchanted items that are from that DLC, now I'm questioning, like, do I need the Vile Lair anymore? Like, what does the Vile Lair do for me? And right now, I am currently working on copying the cells entirely, just so that I can implement like a sort of an evil layer underneath my base kind of situation. So it's like, okay, now it's like, now what is Vile Lair providing me as a resource? It's not. So it's something that I can check off, which is good because that means that that's one less thing on my load order. Okay, so let's go down the list. So I also have the Dunbarrow Cave one. So what does that add? Well, that adds NPCs, which is the one thing I'm not adding yet. I'm slowly starting to add them, but I need assistance on how to script them so that they'll actually work in the environment. And that's the one thing that I am not good at, is scripting NPCs, because every tutorial that does it, like, there's not many tutorials to show you like how to make these NPCs do these quick actions kind of thing. And there's not really a mod author that shows how they themselves do it. And it's kind of one of the things that I am not really the greatest of. And that's kind of one of the problems. I'm not the greatest at like that kind of thing though. Like, as you can like, one of the early tests that I did of making, was it Marius and Maria, I think, being followers, there was so many things broken about them. They would have the follow me command, but then it would break later on down the line. They would not engage into combat nearly as fast as possible. And then sometimes they would be quick to be angered, I think, to me. I think I made them as comparable in terms of their confidence and stuff like that compared to Tess. I think I copied what made Tess such a competent character in that kind of regard to just add it to Marius and Maria, and then the same idea happened, right? Like, same problems occurred, whereas, like, they would not function properly as they would be. And I'm chopping that up to the Oblivion AI, sure. But that's the only thing that I can chop it up to. I can't chop it up to anything else. It's either the Oblivion AI or that I'm just not good at making follower NPCs. Like, that's the way that I look at it, right? And right now I'm currently working on upgrading my mod to having an extra, like, to be bigger than usual. So you're definitely going to see the Oblivion mod playthroughs, but you're not going to see any Oblivion modded playthroughs because as of right now, I think I've already mentioned this before, but I might not have, so I'm going to mention it again. Oblivion modded playthrough is now done being recorded, officially. It's done. I just recorded, well, not really just recorded. I think I recorded the last part, like, I think a week or two ago. It's been edited, it's done. Everything's all finished. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check that when the final video was rendered. That'll be it. It's been done since April 9th, so a week ago. It's been done for a week. The recording was on April 2nd. So the beginning of April, Oblivion modded playthrough has been finished. Honestly, if I didn't do all of 100 dates and I wasn't sick during the time of doing the Shivering Isles, we could have been done this way earlier. But like, I was way too sick. It got to the point that it was really distracting me, and I really wanted to get better, so that's exactly what happened. I got better. But yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, because a friend of mine also asked me though, like, when I told him that I finished like Oblivion modded playthrough, he's like, how many sessions was that? It's about 51. Word. And I go, yeah, it probably would have been less if I wasn't as sick as I was. If I wasn't as sick, it would be probably like about 48, maybe 47, maybe entirely. Because a lot of the Shivering Isles portion were only 6 videos, and if I wasn't sick, I could have probably went even further than 6 videos, kind of thing. Like, I could have probably even did 10, maybe even 12. Like, that's usually, I think, about the normal for what is it? I think 12 was about the normal for Oblivion, because I always lost track of it. Oblivion, I get so grossed into, like, I get so interested in the combat and just the overall story that by the time I look at the stopwatch kind of thing, well, nowadays it's mostly just looking at OBS now. This is at my second monitor. But when I look at the stopwatch, I would look at it and be like, an hour. It's like, okay. Then the next thing I look, 2 hours. All right. And then the next thing I look, 3 hours. It's like, oh, okay. We gotta go and slow it down a little bit so I can actually have an ending point. so right now I'm currently uploading a few videos ahead of schedule. So that's one of the things I wanted to get back into. I think I said it might have been early 2023. I think it's actually early 2022. Or late 2022, I should say. But late 2022, I was ahead of schedule for everything for the channel. So what I mean by that is that, like, by I think it was September or August? Might have either between like June, July, we'll say, to I think it was November, maybe even December. I already had the